What's good? I'm Day. I want to talk to you today about jealousy, about envy. Robert Greene, the author of one of my favorite books, which is Mastery, and a lot of other people's favorite book, The 48 Laws of Power. It's a great book. The Art of Seduction and the Laws of Human Nature. He's a great author. I listen to a lot of stuff that he talks about because his insight is it's one that I enjoy. It's one that I enjoy, especially revolving around like how humans behave and how you ought to behave in this world. And a lot of people think that the 48 Laws of Power is this evil book and stuff like that. You could use it that way. You could use it for evil, or you could use it for greatness. You could use it for the betterment of humanity. That's the way I view it. It really is. Anyways, in an interview he gave, I don't know how long ago, but I know I listened to it, and he talked about how humans are naturally jealous and envious, and how you can actually observe it in the primate community. You give a monkey a banana or some fruit or something like that, a gift that other monkeys would enjoy, and you only give it to that one, they're gonna hate you as the gift giver, and then they're gonna want to kill this nigga, whoever received the gift in the monkey community, because they want it for themselves. They want the same thing, but they don't have it, right? It's fascinating to observe that. And it's really fascinating to observe that throughout your life as a human. And it starts really early usually, because I know I experienced it in my childhood. One of my cousins, who was like my closest cousin, I didn't understand what his problem was a lot of times. Out of nowhere, best friends. And then out of nowhere, just a complete asshole. And it was due to his level of insecurity, is what I come to understand, and his jealousy, his envy. Even if he never understood that for himself, deep down inside, you bitch ass nigga, yes you do. And I call him that for specific reasons. I don't even talk. He doesn't even have access to me. Doesn't even have access, and that's not me being bitter. Listen, because I'm gonna talk about a couple of situations and how I perceive human beings that act this way. It's gonna sound like I'm bitter if you're immature, but if you understand what I'm saying here, you'll understand I'm talking about the character. I'm talking about the character within the character, the how they are, how they act, and how they never change, and how they never ask for forgiveness, and how there is no opportunity to forgive a person like this. And I don't give a fuck too. I don't care. I'm not bitter. I don't care about you. I don't care about, like, I care that you're taking from life. I care that you're this type of person. It's unfortunate, but I only care because you're taking from life. You yourself, there's not much I can say about you and my care for you, because you've proven to be the same character throughout all these years. I'm not talking about just my cousin, I'm talking about multiple characters and the people in your life who are like this. If you haven't graduated to this point, it takes a while sometimes. I didn't, and I let a lot of people get away with shit by walking over me because I said, it's all right. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. I'm alive. I'm good. I'm good. I'm the bigger person. I'm the bigger person. I'm the bigger guy. No, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. Like this. Because you're not good. Envious people that stay envious are not good. It's okay to experience envy. It's okay to be jealous for a second, but you need to mature even past that. What are we doing? Especially if you're grown. You need to mature past that. Somebody else's gifts in their life it has nothing to do with you and your journey. The self-actualized individual, they realize that. They know that. So they're not jealous. They're not envious. They're not. Even if it's in our nature as humans, if that is true, you get through that and you graduate and you become a person who is very, very happy for people. Because great people realize that they can only learn from other great people. Let me just take this off. It's so windy out here. They can only learn from other great people. And other people's resources and abundance could be something that allows you to become resourceful and abundant as well. It just can. Like, for example, I know without a doubt already, there has to be. Based off of my observation, and I'm not just making this up, it's due to certain conversations I'm having with multiple people. One group acts one way, very supportive. Another group is not. Another group is not. And I'm not looking for anybody's support. I'm not like, hey, look, I moved. I got out of the system. Look. I'm living life. I'm good. If I ever show anybody anything, it's kind of low key. And I'm excited about my life, but I'm not flashing anything. And I'm telling you this because guess what? I now have the resources that you need to be able to make this kind of jump in your life. I have the information. I have the information. If you ever want to come and visit, you have a direct connection to somebody who's outside of your bubble that has a home for you to stay in, that can feed you. You don't have to pay anything. Just pay for your travel, pay for your bags. I got you. I got you. You come here, everything is taken care of for you. So I am a direct resource. But see, there's a group of people who are like all in it with that. My sibling, my sister, my cousin, and a few other people. But then there's these other people who are just like, that's cool. That's cool. Who are family members, by the way. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Blah blah blah. And I'm not flexing. Nobody's flexing. They're reaching out, trying to figure out things. They want to hear that I'm having a shitty time, that I'm having a hard time adjusting to the culture, to the life, that my house sucks, and all this other stuff. I'm stressed out. I probably shouldn't have left, and all this negative stuff, right? They want to hear it because they hate their lives. They hate their lives. So their immediate response as an immature person who's not self-actualized is to hate on what me and my family have. Do I give a fuck? Absolutely not. At all. But here we are. I'm making a video about it because it's for you, because there are characters in your life that are just like this, that don't want to see you succeed, which is why you can't tell everybody about your life. You can't tell everybody about your life and what you're doing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't change anything. It's just bad energy, you know? But there's no way for me to kind of like hide this. I can hide a lot of what goes on here, but there's no way for me to hide like the fact that I'm happy. There's no and first of all, I can't deny the fact that I left the States. I can't deny the fact that I'm gone out of people's lives. You feel me? That grew up with me and that know me. I'm gone. And then I took somebody else away from their family, which is my wife. And her family is a whole nother situation. You know what I mean? Jealous. So these people have to see it to some degree. And my response to their envy is even more access is cut off. Even more access. You only get to see the smallest, tiniest fraction of my life because you don't deserve to see any of it. You don't deserve these resources here because you're not thinking from an abundant perspective. You're thinking from a scarce perspective. And therefore, since you don't have it and you want it so bad, you have to hate me for what I got going on. You have to hate mine for what they got going on. I know what a jealous person looks like because on the other side, like I said, I have the support. I have the support, and the support sounds completely different and wants to be here and wants to gain all the information that they possibly can from somebody like me to utilize it in their own unique way to manifest their own heaven, their own abundance, right? There was a character. Let me tell you a quick story. We're going to get into you. We're going to get into you. This is about you. Just bear with me. I have to lay the foundation. There is a character in my life, somebody who was older, and this is when I was in a church when I was younger, young adult. And I was just doing everything that, I possibly could to try to live an upright life. I got a wife, not out here sleeping around. This is my decision. I'm naturally a monogamous. Not sleeping around, found my soulmate. Uh, Thinking people are supposed to be proud of me, which people were for that. But then when it came down to me trying to, get my own place, niggas knowing I come from the ghetto, don't come from shit, don't come from anything. This guy, he opens up his door, right? We're friends in this community because we both, enjoy the arts. Um, and, we have all these conversations beforehand about life and stuff. So we build rapport. And then he's just like, I really support your relationship, your newfound marriage. I know you're having a hard time, as a young person in this age finding a place. So just come stay with me and mine for a little bit. I'm like, bro, that's love. Bet. Come stay. Well, we ended up overstaying our welcome, but we were great guests. Very polite, didn't binge off of anybody, still found ways to give money every single week to afford our own food, stayed out of the way. Our room was even ducked off in the back. It was like a little, back house garage type situation, little ghetto spot, but I didn't care. I was just happy to have a little roof for me and mine. And there's no guidelines as to how to get out of this system, especially as Gen Z or millennials. There was no opportunity. All the people before us, they had opportunity. We didn't really have opportunity. We had to fight for it. Long story short is I'm overstaying my welcome from this person's perspective, even though I'm not binging. This person decides that they want me out because somebody in their house who also was like a co-partner and the co-living partner wanted me out. And this person didn't have a real reason as to why. It was just jealous of for some fucking reason. A fat miserable person, literally a fat miserable person, right? I try to pay no mind to it, but this person, the guy, he sided with that person and started treating me dirty. Started actually like changing his approach towards me and start doing me foul. And I'm like, he doesn't understand like who I am. And before this, like I would have punched him in his jaw and broke it. And I also have family members that could just handle this for me if I wanted to. Because he's older, I could have an OG actually just straight check him. But I changed. I changed within for myself, not even just because of the religious aspect. It's just who I am. I changed. So I didn't seek retaliation, revenge. And we ended up getting kicked out of there, right? Kicked to the curb. And he was so foul during the process. I'm not even expounding on like how foul the nigga did me. It's supposed to be my friend. It's supposed to be my friend. I would never do this to you. You see what I'm going through. You see me trying. You see me really like moving step by step. Just because I didn't do it your way, I'm an enemy. So I became that. Here's where the envy comes in. My life is restored eventually as a young man, and I ended up making some good money, right? I'm still in the matrix, but I started making some good money with my wife, and we had to move away, and then we moved back to Los Angeles, which is where I'm from. So it was a 180 for my life. Super broke growing up all his life, and then out of nowhere, some really good money. Had a fantastic view overlooking the city, and yeah, just able to enjoy that with my wife. Well, he hears that from his daughter that's around my age. His daughter is a friend of ours. She's coming over, she's hanging out. So I'm sure, she reports that we live a good little life and we got a good little spot. And she hangs out and goes to the pool with us and goes and travels around with us, shit like that. He wants to see for himself. So he kind of, before that, prior to that, we patch up our relationship to some degree. That's back when I believed in like forgiving people without them really being remorseful and really sorry and talking to you and changing. Now I don't. To those type of people, again, it's the character. I say, big time. So, but at the time, I let this person kind of back into my life just a little bit, but not physically, just kind of just there. And so he found a way. He said, "Oh, my other daughter, she's doing a podcast with her and her friends. One of the friends was my little cousin. Can they come over? I'm chaperoning. Can they come over to come look at the place? They might want to shoot there on your rooftop." I say, "Cool, of course, because it's my cousin. It's my cousin. I'm all for the kids in general. So it's just, come on. Yeah, sure." He's asking the entire time when he gets there, "Let me see your apartment, like your actual unit." I'm like, "No." It's like, "Let me see it. Come on, let me see it. Why not? Let me see it." I'm like, "It's messy right now. I don't want to. My wife doesn't want to. We don't want to." It's like, fine. He's walking around. He's looking at everything. We get to the rooftop. He's seeing everything is luxurious and nice. This immature ass man is seeing that me, who actually has it, doesn't care about these things. I just happen to have them. I didn't even really choose these things. My wife's job was at the apartment. She was the property manager. She started as a leasing consultant, got hired, and became the property manager there. So we're living rent free. We're just abundant in material. Okay, who cares? He's looking, he's just like, you can see it in his eyes. He's just enjoying what he sees, but not for himself. He wish he had it. He's got his little shitty home, the same one that we were living in, over on the side of a freeway. And you should be happy with that and content. I call it shitty because of his perspective. I'll take that. I'll take that and I'll be like, I'm cool. It's not my aesthetic, but like it's a home. But you see, a lot of these people are privileged in their mind and they're jealous and they want more and more and more and more and more. And they feel like they should take yours. They should have yours. He was jealous. Couldn't even be happy. He couldn't even look me in my eyes and say, "Hey, congratulations, bro. I saw where you came from. And I know what we went through. I was wrong for that. And I want to celebrate your new life. I want to partake in enjoying this with you if I can. because I want you to teach me how to acquire something like this for myself as an older guy who feels stuck in my complacent life, in my normal life that I've been living for the past 2 or 3 decades. But no, instead, right there, we stopped talking. We stopped talking. The relationship went back to we stopped talking, but there was no conversation. The jealousy of the character. And I don't give a fuck what he says. I know exactly what he did. Because I'm grown now and I'm self-actualized and I'm not a jealous person. And I know what support is and I know what a lack of it is. And I don't need anybody supporting me on my journey. Thank you to all those that do. But I'm going to keep doing me. I'm going to always do me. And that's how you have to be. And guess where that comes from? That comes from having self-esteem. I have a whole video on self-esteem. It's this video right here. Hopefully I remember to put the damn thing right here. Self-esteem. Self-esteem. Self is you being confident in you. You looking in the mirror and being like, that's you. I just did it today. My wife was like, I was thinking, today just reflecting, I'm so happy that you got us out of the States and out of the system and freed me from the 9 to 5. And I looked in the mirror. I told her, of course. That's who I do it for. And I looked in the mirror at myself and I said, you did that. And she laughed because she was walking away and she looked back. She was like, you talking to yourself? I said, yeah. It's me. It's me. It's you. You're responsible for your life. You're responsible for all that you receive. That is great. All that's great. You received it because you did it. You put in the micro action, even if you can't recall what it was, to get there. And anybody who feels like that you shouldn't have it and that they should, bro, fuck them. Like, wholeheartedly. If you're not there and you can't say it yet, I'm saying it for you. Fuck them. They're horrible. They're horrible. For them to experience it at first, to be like, dang, I wish I had that. That's okay. But to act on that and for that to be your remaining perspective, that's such a slap in the face. It's such a lack of love. It's such a lack of empathy. Like, you can't congratulate somebody. You can't be happy for somebody. You can't be joyful for somebody else's success that you want. You see them as separate from you when they are actually you. And you can go and ask them. You can just go say, I'm so proud of you. How did you do that? I want that. How did you do that? How did you get that? Is there a way for me to get that? Can I? A lot of times the answer is yes. Especially if that person is like me, who's loving and wants to give you the opportunity. A lot of times the opportunity doesn't even lie in our hands. People who receive great things and manifest. It doesn't lie in our hands. It's the information. I can't give you my place. I can't give you a place over here. I can't do anything for you if you moved over here where I'm at, where I enjoy life. I manifested my own heaven. There's principles. I can tell you exactly how to manifest those principles, how to utilize those principles and manifest a heaven in your own life. I don't know how it's going to look. I don't know any of that. I don't know how you're going to go about taking the first step and all that. It's just acquiring the information. Just acquire the information that I'm about to tell you. And let's just keep talking about it as time goes on because you're my friend. And if there's any way that I can physically help, guess what? My ass is going to show up and help. But you have to be the one to know what you want and how you're going to do it based off of this information. The first steps. Then we can go. There's so many people out there who are they're just awful people, bro. They're awful and they're everywhere. They're in your own family. They start in your own family, in your own friend circle, all that. The moment that you see it, the moment that you spot it, if it hasn't changed very rapidly, like quickly, somebody should be like, okay, like I'm over myself. I had a hard time hearing it at first because, I hate my life, bro. I hate this part of my life, or I hate that I don't have that. But I came back around. I was tripping. If they're not doing that or kind of silently doing it and just coming and being like, how did you get that, bro? I just want to know. Because they figured it out in their head at night that they were tripping. You need to cut them out. You need to cut them out. You need to cut them out today. I don't care if it's your own mother. I don't care if it's your own father. You need to cut them out. Cut them out. They don't support you. They don't love you. What? How are you like this? How are you like this to people? How are you like this? We need to get back to good people versus people who are just corrupt. People hide behind politics, their affiliation with their political parties and shit like that and beliefs, and then their religious beliefs especially. They believe that if I stand for this, if I'm a liberal and, I believe in, I promote, black lives and gay lives and fucking nature and, you know, animals. Oh, I'm a good person. No, it's how you treat your actual neighbor, the person that's right in front of you, how you treat your family members behind closed doors when nobody's looking except for them. How do you do that? How do you conduct yourself in those rooms? Oh, I believe in Jesus, I believe, in love and forgiveness and all this stuff, turning the other cheek, blah, blah, blah. No, how do you act when things are inconvenient in your life, when people are inconvenient in your life? How do you act? How do you behave? And you see, that person that I was talking about, the guy that I stayed with, this nigga is Jesus, he's Jesused out. This nigga be teaching at churches. This nigga is the Jesus man, you know? He's the Jesus man. He like tries to be the cool young like Jesus guy in his 40. Nigga's probably 50 now. Artsy and things like that. But nigga's really just mediocre. Nigga's just really a lame. Underneath it all, got a good mask, got a good disguise, but really just a lame. Just a lame nigga. Just a lame nigga. I love his daughters. I love his daughter that's my age. Father is a lame nigga. He's corrupt. He's a corrupt person. I got dirt on you, boy. A corrupt person. A corrupt person who doesn't love his own family. I got dirt on this nigga. And I'm not seeking revenge. That's how you know I'm not like that, because I could. I can implode this person's life overnight. I have that kind of information. But you see, I'm different. But if the tables were turned, the nigga would out me. The nigga would do me dirty. I would deserve it if I was corrupt like that. I'm just not set up that way. But the opportunity was presented in his life to choose me, or to choose what he wanted and his people wanted, and did me and mine dirty. Threw me to the streets. You know what I mean? People will throw you to the streets because they're jealous of you. They're jealous of you. And the nigga admitted to me that he was jealous before of my artistic capabilities and of my information that I've learned as a young man on my journey that he wished he knew earlier, because his life would have been different if he made this decision and this decision. I watched it. Jealousy the whole way through. So when I had a moment of vulnerability where I needed to lean on this person, he said, "Oh, fuck you. You can't be on my shoulder because I never fucked with you. I had you close in proximity for several reasons. And now I feel like I don't need you. One, I don't need to utilize anything. You're not giving me anything. And you need me. And guess what? I want to see you lose." That's how that person's heart was set up. That's how their mind was set up. So that's why I'm talking the way that I'm talking. It could sound bitter, but I'm not. I've had enough time in this life to analyze characters, and I thank that character for existing in my life, because you taught me so much about human behavior. So now I spot it in people and I avoid them right away, or I treat them shitty right away. They could feel that I'm saying, like, I don't like you at all, and I want you far away from me. Family member, old friend, acquaintance, or new person that comes along, because I know how you get down. You've already proved to me through your micro expressions and with how you acted in this situation that didn't even have anything to do with me. I observed you. You can spot these things from so far away after you learn the lessons. You might have to learn more in order to get to this point, or you're probably already here and you're nodding your head like, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. That was so and so in my life, and so and so and so and so. Multiple characters, right? Because those of us who are self-actualized and who actually understand our greatness and utilize it in this world, we understand that we have real haters. But it ain't the generic sense where we just be, well, like how people talk about, like, oh yeah, I just got niggas that be hating on me. No, it's not about that. It's not about that. It's not about flexing and having material assets and all these things, and it's just like, yeah, I'm fly. And niggas hate. No, 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 no. It's about them hating who's in here. It's about them hating who's in here. They hate this individual that's walking around that's so confident in themselves that they're able to just manifest their own reality. And when things get hard for individuals like us, oh, they love it. They love it. But we always persevere. And guess what? They always manifest the negative in their life. And they're always, even if they have material assets, A lot of people that I beef with have some money. They're so miserable with it. They don't have anything. I know multiple people right now who hate that I live the way that I live so freely, and they got money yet they're enslaved to their 9 to 5, and they've been enslaved for so many years. It's usually older niggas I'm beefing with, because I'm a direct reflection of all of their insecurities, a direct reflection of it. I just hold up the mirror and I say, you's a punk ass nigga. Look what I got. Look what I got. But that's from their perspective, because I'm not even worried about them. I'm not actually saying, look what I got. My greatness says it. My greatness says it to them, because that's their perspective, because they're that insecure. I'm living my life. I'm so loving to the point where it's like, if you want to enjoy this with me, you actually can. Like, if you just know how to be a friend, all of the people who are close to me, that I love, that I choose to have in my life, my stuff is theirs. My stuff is theirs. The only things that they can't have are like my wife, my child, my bed, nigga. But even like still, I will sleep on the floor in exchange for my bed. So actually, I take that back. Like, I'm willing to really bend over backwards for anybody that I choose to have in my life that I love, because I've analyzed their character. These other people are missing out by having me in their life. And it's the same for you. You're a great person, and many people are missing out on you. I'm talking to those of you who are self actualized and really just possess love in your heart. You really get it. You really live this life. And other people are jealous of you for your abundance. I'm talking to you. You have people in your life that you choose to have in your life, and it's probably just a little bit of people. And you might actually be lonely on your journey. I can't even say shit. I know I was lonely on my journey at a certain moment. You're a person at the end of the day, beginning and end of the day, who possesses real love, because you're an abundant character. You have all that you need within. So you're not looking outside and like, even though you want more in your life, you're not looking outside and saying, wow, that should be mine. When is it going to be my turn? It should be mine. It should be mine. It's like, how do I get there? How do I specifically get there? I have a different route. I learned this early because as an artist, like, there's so many people who they mature so far past me in their craft and in their success. And I was just like, I want that so bad. I want that so bad in my own way. But I know that that's for them. And I have to figure out how to get that great for me. I can't replicate them. There would be no existence of me. I'll just be a copycat. I'll just be an imitation. I have no desire. I'm original. How can I acquire these things for me? What does it look like for me? And I had to take the long journey. And my long journey allowed me to surpass many people that I once looked up to. And it doesn't mean that I'm greater than or anything like that. It doesn't mean that. It just means that I found my way. It means that I found my way. And my way happens to be the superior way when it comes to uh, like the value that I'm able to extend, the impact that I'm able to bring. I said it in one of my other videos, or a couple of my other videos. The I'm imitating the likeness of a Michael Jackson, but not him. I don't want what he had. I don't want all of that. I don't want those same things. It's not even for me. It doesn't have anything to do with me. It's the impact. Whenever I look at Michael Jackson, I'm like, the only thing I want is that impact. I'm not talking about the worldwide fame and all that other stuff. If there's worldwide fame, I just want people to see me as somebody who represents them, represents the greatest version of themselves. See you within me. That's all I want you to see. It's not about this guy. So when I look at Michael Jackson, I'm not like, damn, he was so talented and he was so rich and he was the most coolest artist this nigga owned. He still owns to this day most of the music or a large percentage of the music industry. So many people's catalog. The list goes on. All that he's done, all the Grammys he's won, all the accolades, like all that is so like all that stuff is great. All that stuff is amazing. But it's not for me. I don't need that. It's about the impact. That's the only thing I want. And I don't sit there from an envious perspective and say, damn, how did he impact people like that? Why do people love him so much? I should have that. It's not even in my character. I'm like, teacher, show me how you did it. Show me how you did it. How did you do it, my nigga? How did you do it? If I had access to the man, I would be calling like, tell me, how? How? Please, please, please. I want that. You gotta teach me. I'm willing to listen. Just teach me. What are the principles? Other niggas want to kill you for your success when you're at that level. They want to knock you down. They want to see you fall. They want to put pedo allegations on you. They want to say all this stuff about your image and your self-hate and all this other stuff. This makes no sense. Makes no sense. Parasites, bro. Parasites. Looking for somebody to host from. And I just don't. Not only do I not agree, I'm just fully anti that. I'm anti corrupted human. That's a corrupted individual, and I have no remorse for them. I don't care if they die. That's how I feel. Because you're taking from people, from good people. I don't care. Because if it was up to you, you would press a button to kill that person and receive all that they want. I mean, all that they have. It's like Ursula, the fucking sea witch from The Little Mermaid. Like, steal your voice. Now, that was Ariel's fault. She did go and sell her soul. But the witch still wanted her whole entire essence to go and get a nigga. She wanted what she had. Big ass fat lady under the sea wanted to be this skinny lady that she manifested as with a beautiful voice to get a nigga. Lame. Lame. Same with, like, Disney be teaching you this shit. That's why I was able to see it growing up. My favorite movie as a little kid was Lion King. Scar. Scar wanted to be king, nigga. He was willing to take out his brother and his brother's son, his nephew. Because he's like, I should be the king, nigga. I should be the king. Why you? I should be the king. I'm better. Look how this nigga ran the damn group after he killed Mufasa and Simba left. This nigga shit was dusty. It was he turned it into the projects. He turned it into the projects, nigga. It was abundant at first. This nigga turned Pride Rock into the projects. That nigga turned it into the projects. Straight ghetto as fuck. They had no abundance. Niggas had no food, no nothing. Niggas was living in the ghetto, nigga, third world country type shit. Like, that's, most of these people out here are Ursulas and Scars, bro. They really are. They ain't your own family. They might be your own goddamn parent. You can't take that. You can't take that. You can't accept that. Fuck them. Tell them. That's how it is. Like, I'm in that bag. Like, I'm here. I am in that specific bag in this time in my life. And I'm going to stay firm on this. I'm only going to grow in this. Fuck you. You are horrible. Tell them that. Act that way. Distance yourself from these people, bro. They are no good. They will ruin your life at any opportunity that they get. I promise. Don't depend on them for nothing. Don't take no money from these people. Don't take no homes from these people. Don't take no kind of resources. They're using it as a tool to literally have leverage over you so that they can shit on you. They just are. It happened to me multiple times in my life. Never again. And now these characters be wondering when they hit me up. I tell you, one hit me up recently. Hit me up. Nigga, I'll leave you on red. Leave you on red. I'll turn on my notifications if there's certain people have my number like 2 numbers ago. I don't have my red receipts on. I turned them on for one person who hit me up just to show you, like, I'm leaving your ass on red. I'm leaving you on red. Next thing you know, you're gonna get blocked by that person and all kind of shit. Good. There's a boundary, a real boundary. And a lot of times you shouldn't even be able to know where I'm at. You shouldn't even know how to contact me. That's how you gotta be. Stand firm on you. Protect you and yours. Protect you and yours. They're out here to get you. And this isn't a video to put you in a state of survival, ruin your nervous system. I'm just saying, literally, set up your fortress and invite the people in that belong, that bring value to your life and are happy for your success. And you guys benefit from one another because they sharing in your success with you and vice versa. Have only those people in your life. You don't have to have all these people around you. You don't have to have this whole big ass community of people that you call friend. Well, most of these people are not. You only need a small circle of like really close people. And then the other people who are around you, they only have so much access. Some of them are still good people, but they're not mature enough to be in here, and they're not like-minded enough to be in here. Keep those close. Keep you guys as unit close. Fight for it. Lace everybody with game to be able to have this perspective so that you guys don't let infiltrators in because they want to sabotage it and take your treasures and go back home with it. And they're stupid thinking that they can enjoy it when they actually wouldn't. They wouldn't enjoy it. But that's what colonization is. That's what all this shit is. That's what genocide in Gaza is about. It's haters. Haters. We want to be you. You know those people who are genociding these days? They have a long history of colonizing and taking the identity of the people that are there. They don't even build their own stuff and like become like their own culture and thing. They try to imitate other people and they just can never be that. They can never be that. But they want to be so bad that they're willing to go and murder and steal just so that they could sit in that position because they feel like that should be ours. That should be ours. That should be us. I'm anti that. I'm anti that. And if you don't stand up for it in your own individual life, you won't stand up for it in the real world in other people's lives when you actually got to defend them. When you see those haters, those colonizers oppress the weak, or I should say oppress the vulnerable, because those people that get colonized are not weak people. They just happen to be vulnerable. Shook hands with the wrong people. That's actually what happened here in Albania, funny enough. And now the Albanians don't play about theirs because they realize somebody that we let in and thought was a friend did a deal for weapons, did a deal about to help somebody get weapons, which is Siberia. Israel helped Siberia get the weapons that they needed, and Siberia genocided these people in the 90s. Isn't that insane? Like that just happened. Like that just happened very recently, the 90s. It's very recent history. So they learn like, oh, they let Israel in here. They let those folks in here in Albania and protected them from the Nazis and all that shit. They protected them. They protected them. They made a grave mistake. And they had to unfortunately pay for it. These good people pay for it. Being good. But that's what being good a lot of times gets you when you're good to the wrong people. So you have to know how to read character. If they would have been able to read the character of those people that came over here, they wouldn't have been in that situation, right? Now they learn. So now they'll never go through that again because that's what their flag represents. Remembering the past so we don't do the same thing in the future. Or remembering what's in the past so we do the same thing in the future when it comes to doing what's good and beneficial for ours. That's how you have to be. That's how you stand on business for you and yours. There are predators out here that are looking to destroy you. Don't give them a foot in. Check them at the door. Check them at the door. And if you have to terminate them, do what's necessary. Do what's necessary. However that looks. Yeah, I think that's it. I hope you got a lot from this. It's one of the greatest lessons I've ever learned. Has kept me living abundantly. Nobody can take this. It's something in here. It's in here and it's in here. And it manifests out here. So my life is just abundant and it's protected. Go get yours. Go get yours. I love you. Peace.